Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the week of August 16th. Now Pisces, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Pisces, there are people impersonating me in the comment section as well as via email, so just know that I will never contact you for a reading, or I'll never ask you for money via email or anything like that. Please do make sure you're using the link below on my website, zaneintuitive.com. That's the only place you can get anything from me, even if I'm out of stock. And right now, yes, I'm out of stock. So I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I do also want to say I'm always grateful to the people donating down below. There's a link to that in the description, but I very much appreciate all of you. And let's see what we have here for you, Pisces. All right, make sure everything's in view, looking pretty good. Looks good enough to me. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the King of Wands, one of my favorite cards in the tarot. This is the entrepreneur in the tarot, okay? This is somebody who really follows their passion. You can spot this person in any office because they are the most passionate person in the room. They only ever do the things that they want to do for employment or anything like that. They go their own way. And this is true independence, but it's like following your passion. And you know, this person will become quite successful in life, the King of Wands, because they have that driving sense of passion about them. You might even find them in executive roles because of that. And so it's a very good card. Any sort of passionate leadership or passionate authority, I would say, is how I would describe that card for you. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign this week on another level, but at any rate, looking here, you have a really nice reading. And I think there are going to be a lot of different things that come in and out for you if this message resonates at all during this week. I almost get a fleeting type of energy, even though I think it's because of that King of Wands, but also because of some other things, which I'll get into. But at any rate, right away here in the middle, you have this Eight of Cups. This middle card is the most important card in the spread because it bleeds into the rest. And so this is actually a card that I really like. If you go online and you research this card, it's typically negative, but I actually view it as a positive because this person is looking out towards the horizon and they're saying, you know what, I'm going to leave these disappointments and I'm going to let them be a thing of the past, and I'm moving forward. I'm taking an empowered step forward towards the fulfillment of a wish, because this person's about to go to the Nine of Cups. Their journey that they're embarking on is towards the Nine of Cups, which is the fulfillment of a wish. And so you are letting go of a disappointing situation, maybe even a person. I'm unclear right now whether it's person or situation. I do bring in messages for both love and career finance in these readings, so take the whichever ones that resonate for you. But at any rate, in the past, you have the Hermit. This is potentially a Virgo. Maybe you're letting go of a Virgo or an air sign. That might be a little bit narrow for some of you, but really this is self-mastery, okay? This is mastering an aspect of your life, whether or not it's what you do for work or another life area. You're becoming a master. This is someone who travels the inner consciousness and they learn about themselves. You can see the universe in the background. They travel their inner worlds and they go through that sort of very exciting learning process. And you know, I really do kind of view that as kind of a sage, the Hermit. I view it as kind of a sage because they are sort of like that wise old, regardless of age, wise old soul. Then you have the Six of Swords as well, transitioning forward. Okay, going to new places, testing new waters, seeing new shorelines, and meeting new people. You're taking your swords with you. Like I said, there's this energy of leaving. You have the Six of Swords transitioning to a new place, going to new worlds. And then you have the Eight of Cups, once again, embarking on a journey, leaving the things behind. And this is a rite of passage with those two cards next to each other, no doubt about it. Something that probably is taking you to another energetic level in your life. And then finally here, you have this Knight of Swords, which is really like this combination of the King of Wands, Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, Eight of Cups. This is fleeting energy, moving quickly, going somewhere, charging forward with this Knight of Swords, as you can see. And, you know, this is a call to action in some area of your life, typically with the Knight of Swords coming in. It does say make sure you're not being impulsive, okay? It's good to be spontaneous, but impulsivity can get you in trouble. So just keep that in mind. Now, in this current situation, you have the Eight of Cups, Judgment, and the Death card. Transformation, going through a rebirth here. Wow, this is heavy energy, Pisces. You are shedding old skin. You're becoming a new version of yourself, whether that's by moving somewhere, letting go of people, letting go of jobs. This is a new you, Pisces. And you have the Death card here, which is not a card you should be afraid of. In fact, you should embrace this card because this just means transformations in your life. It's letting go of, well, and sometimes it's not even letting go. Sometimes it just happens, but something ending. And the thing about the Death card is it's almost like you're forced to let go of something. And it doesn't actually have to mean death. And in fact, like I say in a lot of readings, most of the time it doesn't mean death. It means transforming an aspect of your life and something leaving, but another thing beginning. For you, it's really big. Because not only is the Eight of Cups in between the Death and the Judgment card, but the Judgment card is here as well, which is a rebirth, an inner awakening, a calling towards a new area of life, a new life calling, a new life purpose. And you can see there's sort of like this angel, or whatever you want to call it, God, the universe, whatever, coming down, delivering a message, delivering a judgment, giving you a ruling. And with that, it's karmic. This card is the card of karma. So whatever things you've done up to this point, you're now getting some sort of results based on your actions, based on what happened. And it's a really good card. Judgment is a really good card. It's just very universal in nature. It's like your life, it's almost like there's no going back. Like your life has now moved into a new area. In the future here, you have the Two of Pentacles, juggling and fluctuating wealth. Could be that this new start, this new awakening comes with a different type of money. This is by default a really good, by default a positive change. It depends on the cards around it, but for you, you have Judgment and then below it, the Four of Wands, which to me feels like stability. So I do feel like you're having a positive change in financial situations potentially in the future. Four of Wands is the marriage card, which is why I feel like I'm not sure if it's a person or a situation. If it's not marriage, it's foundations and achievements in the workplace. And so again, stabilization after you go through this transition, after you go through this new period here. And then you have the Magician. Love this card. Divine Masculine, taking the tools that you have, which by the way, everyone has masculine and feminine energies, taking the tools you have at hand here and turning them into something. Okay, this is alchemy. This is creating your highest timeline. It's the master manifester in the tarot. And so you have created this situation for yourself, whether you realized it or not, especially with the Judgment card coming in. And now you're manifesting something bigger, better, greater. So I love this. Let me go ahead and let's start to get into the clarifications here to get some more information. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video, which will show up after you hit subscribe. If you hit that bell, you'll never miss an update from me. And lastly, Pisces, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I hope things are good for you. I also do have a link to my Patreon if you want to support me there. Absolutely no pressure though. There is a link to that in the description below. All right, so let's see what we have for you, Pisces. Okay, you have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Yeah, I do feel like you're going through an awakening period here. with that, you could use that to describe the Judgment card as well, but for you it's a heart awakening, which is why, like, for some of you it could be a new person, maybe with an a fire sign, but it could be an air sign now that I just said that, but maybe with a fire sign. For others of you, it's just a heart awakening, opening up your heart, whether that's finding a new job, putting your heart and soul into something, starting a new thing, anything like that. Yeah, look, Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. That's like the hermit in the tarot, in my mind. Someone who's like a sage, someone who learns, someone who's a lifelong learner. And then you have Kronos, life force. Express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. Some of you are definitely having a passionate union, maybe even some sort of encounter with somebody here with the King of Wands. King of Wands is a very physical, passionate type of person in the tarot, and the fact that you got Kronos with it for sure, and the Four of Wands. But I do feel like this is, I don't know, it's hard to say whether or not this partnership, if you're here for relationships, is fleeting or long lasting. The Four of Wands would indicate long lasting. The Knight of Swords and the King of Wands would indicate more of a fleeting, but we'll see. Let's see what the clarifications say. You know, I will say, I feel like people enter into your life for a reason, and there's probably always something, with every relationship, there's at least one thing that you can take from or learn from, and that could be what this is talking about as well. So, okay, you have the Empress, love that, total abundance, the Devil. Hard to say if it's fleeting or not. And then the Eight of Swords. You've wanted to take this a step forward. You've had this call to action for a long time. But with the Eight of Swords showing up, it's almost like you've prevented yourself from following that. And you've put restrictions around yourself. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. Feeling blinded, being in a sword imprisonment. Each sword represents a thought, and you're sort of stuck. And so it's like being in your mind, and it's like there's this counterbalance of taking action and thinking about taking action. And I feel like you're now taking action. Six of Swords with the Devil. Sometimes I feel like we have to be careful what we ask for, what we wish for, because, you know, at the shoreline, remember, as we see this person here going to a new shoreline, there could be a devil or somebody waiting for you, which could just represent, it's not literal, like this is not, it could just represent some sort of shadow, right? And I feel like maybe some of you are trying to get away from shadows or escaping shadows, and that's what I'm kind of picking up there. We'll see what else comes through. You have the Empress and the Hermit. Yeah, look, there's abundance inside of you, is what I feel like saying. Six of Swords coming in again, wow. The Strength card and the Justice card. Okay, big energies here. Lots of major arcana on this reading. Lots of transitions, lots of rite of passages, double Sixes of Swords. Now this one's over the Judgment, the other one's with the Devil. So, you know what I think is saying here is like, you're really in charge of how this next phase goes for you. And I feel like this Judgment coming down, this karma, is saying like, listen, we're giving you this opportunity, we're giving you this new start, but you have to drop the shadows, okay? You have to agree to work through the parts that you've maybe not worked through. I feel like that's what's coming through. You have the Eight of Cups, the Strength card. Yeah, just having strength as you walk away from the shadow. Okay, I feel like now this has turned into that. It was significant when I pulled that Devil card, and just having courage for yourself to make the right healthy choices and everything like that. And then you have Justice with Death. You will get the outcome you deserve, okay? Something may end, but look, you are moving into a new place. And the thing is, with the Scales here and then the Judgment and Justice are both cards of karma in the tarot, okay? So the karmic scales are balancing out for you here. You have the Six of Pentacles. This got deep. This got really deep. Nine of Wands and the Two of Wands. Yeah, look, there's new money here on the horizon for you, Pisces, or just a new material situation. But again, look, we have another card with a scale. as you can see here. Something's balancing out for you. I do feel it's very karmic in nature. For good or for ill, whatever it is, you are getting the outcome you deserve here. And I would lean towards good, and it looks like the money situation looks good. Nine of Wands, if it doesn't happen right away, if this marriage situation doesn't happen right away, just keep going, keep persevering. Nine of Wands is telling you not to give up. You're really close to the finish line. And then the Two of Wands with the Magician. Two of Wands is research, planning, and discovery. And so to help yourself manifest, it's almost like making sure that you are getting the things done that you need to get done. And I feel like that's the message there. So let's see what else we have so far. This is a very unique reading, okay? Very unique reading. And I do hope the right people find this, which I know they will, because there are some deep messages in here. So yeah. Let's see what else we have. Despair. Change. Yeah, look. Wow. Thief. Huh. Pathway. Courtship. Journey. Huh. Yeah, no, there's like scales energy with Thief and Courthouse. I do feel like if you've acted with integrity around a tricky person or situation, you're good. Like this reading is coming in saying it's okay. Like don't stress. Things are going to work out. Someone's trying really hard here to get you in some way, like in a relationship with courtship, like really like trying hard to be with you with the energy here. Some of you may like that, which is not a problem. And then you have change and journey, which is you are clearly you're embarking on a journey here. And not only that, you're moving into a pathway that's more in line with your highest timeline. And I would expect big changes to happen for Pisces if this is your reading or if this resonates with you at all in the next, probably between now and the rest of this year. For some reason, this seems like a bigger reading, like an overarching reading, even though it's for this week, but big changes for you coming in. Wow. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.